How we doing, everybody? Richard Fergola here from Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions in Kansas City. And today we are going to be doing a really cool twist on some barbecue ribs. And you know what's better is pork on pork. We're going to do some barbecue ribs. We're going to wrap them in bacon, put them back on the pit, and it is going to be outstanding. Okay, everybody loves ribs, especially me. I love cooking ribs, and I have got some awesome ribs here today from Prairie Fresh. You know, there's baby backs, there's spare ribs, and there's St. Louis style ribs, and we've got a pair of St. Louis style ribs here today. I already pre-trimmed these almost like a competition style rib, and this is a beautiful USA Prime Prairie Fresh St. Louis style rib. You can see all the marbling. It's going to have some great flavor as is. But what we're going to do is we're going to add this up. We're going to do a no wrap rib. Oh, wait a minute. We're actually going to wrap them, but we're going to wrap them in bacon. So we're going to smoke these ribs for about 3.5 hours on the Yoder 640 comp cart. We're going to get some nice color, some nice smoke and flavor around that. And then once we do that, we're going to bring that slab of ribs in. We're going to cut into our individual bones, and then we're going to take some bacon and we're going to wrap each individual bone, hit them with some more of our seasoning, put them back on the smoker, get that bacon nice and cooked, and then we're going to bring that rib in, sauce it, eat, and we're ready to go. We're going to hit it with a little bit of moisture. So we got a little bit of water and apple juice. This is going to kind of be our binder. Add some moisture to it, and then we're going to come in with the Richard Fergola barbecue seasoning. This is the sweet rub, and we're going to do a nice, decent coat right here on the bottom. And we're just going to do this one rub because, you know, this rub's going to have some salt in it too. And then you got salt already in the ribs, and then you're going to add some bacon to it and some seasoning on the end. So we want to just kind of keep it kind of mild. So we're just going to pat that in. We're going to flip this slab over, give it a little bit more moisture. We can go a little heavier on the top here, and we're just going to kind of keep our seasoning up above here so we can season it nice and even. So once we season this, we're going to do this about an hour before we put it on the smoker, and we're going to be cooking on that smoker at 275 degrees, and we're going to let this sit here, get a little sweat, get our smoker fired up, and we'll be ready to go. All right, everybody, our ribs have been on the Yoder 640 comp card for about 3 hours-ish at 275 degrees. And you can see the great color that it's got all the way around this rib. And we've got some good tenderness going on. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna slice these ribs into individual bones. And then we're gonna wrap them in bacon and put them and hit them with some more rub. And then we're gonna place them back on the smoker until that bacon cooks out. And then all that bacon fat's gonna render into each bone. And then we're gonna have some glorious goodness at the end, hit it with some sauce, and it's gonna be awesome. So we're gonna take these guys, and we're gonna get a slice of, and we use the thinner bacon. We have some other bacon that we love a lot, but you can see a nice smoke ring on that rib. But when you're doing a wrap on another meat or a veggie or something like that, try to get the thinner bacon if you can. It wraps a lot tighter. It's gonna cook a little faster. It's gonna adhere to it a lot better. And so that's why we kind of choose to do a thinner bacon, and we wrap our individual bones like that. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a little bit more of our duck fat, just as a binder. We're gonna come in with a little bit more of our Richard Fergola sweet rub, and we're just gonna hit them just a little bit more. And we'll kind of pick these up. And these ribs are kind of hot, so they're gonna kind of you'll start to feel that bacon start to kind of melt. So I kind of try to do this fairly quickly. We'll get the rest of these wrapped up, get them back on our smoker. We're actually gonna put them on a rack. That way we can put them all individually on there and take them off individually. We'll come back in and sauce and eat, baby. What an absolutely fun cook we just had today with these bacon wrapped spare ribs. These things are looking golden red. They got the pork fat running around them, looking all nice. These are gonna be very beautiful to bite into, but we got one last step that we gotta do to make them just right. So for our sauce today, we took our boy Smitty from Loot and Booty, and we took his new apple cherry barbecue sauce, and we took a bottle of that, and then we mixed in some of our Proud Souls grill candy. These pair really well together, and we poured them in this little pan. We put some foil over the top, We put that on our smoker so it'd get nice and hot. And so we're gonna bring this right over here, and we're just gonna come in with a rib, and oh my gosh, if you had smell-o-vision right now, you would be in heaven. And we're just gonna dunk these. We're just gonna dunk these in there so they get completely sauced. Kind of let some of that drain off. And then we're just gonna set them over here to the side. But when you dunk like this, you're getting sauce all the way around the rib. We do not need to put these back on the smoker. They have got enough of that smoke flavor, and they've got enough cook time going. So we don't want to burn the sauce that we're putting on here. The bacon's crispy. This sauce has got a nice smoke flavor to it as well, so that's gonna add one last layer of flavor to these ribs, and these bad boys are hot. So now we got them all sauced. If you wanna let them sit here and cool down a little bit, you sure can. We're gonna grab one of these ribs and we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna take this beautiful looking fella right here, and I'm gonna take me a bite right where I see that nice chunk of bacon. And we're gonna go with the other side so that piece of bacon comes with it. Listen, the bacon is falling apart. The rib is still tender, and look at the bites. Coming right off, clean, almost a competition level tenderness on this rib. Let's go back in again. And this is what we got, folks. We got a nice bacon wrapped Prairie Fresh rib. Awesome. Try this at home in your backyard. You're gonna love it. You can get all these ingredients, everything at Proud Souls right here in Kansas City or Colorado or Florida. Check it out.